So today is the next day after we have shot our run 2, and let's share our user experience.
So what I have here is a Fuji XT-30 with the Zhiyun Weebill Lab. Now primarily we use this as a B cam because this is easy to fly, it's very compact, so it's very discreet. You can hide it somewhere else so people wouldn't see it. It's not obstructive. It won't bother the A camera roll. Now what I have here is the kit lens. So what do you have here? What
I have here is the XT-3 with the 8 to 16mm f2.8. It's so much more heavier than XT-30 and I would say it's not so gimbal friendly.
Primarily we use this lens for our POV shot. We try to recreate a first person point of view because it has really wide angle and really large aperture, so it's really good for those kind of shots. Aside from that, as what Rayson said, we find it quite heavy to fly it with our gimbal, so we only use that for specific purposes.
Yeah, like handheld shots, because if your point of view, if you're shooting POV, then you have to move around as if your eye is moving, so you use your hand for that.
Exactly. Now for the photography side, this lens is great, but the thing is it has really severe distortion problem. If you are shooting with a human subject, I would suggest you place a human subject slightly further than what you usually shoot with your other wider lenses.
Yeah, because the last time we tried, I was so much taller than I actually am.
Yes. Now we all know that Fuji have one of the best colors out there, so we use one of the film profile Eterna, was it?
Eterna, yes.
We use Eterna for most of our shots. In fact, all of our shots, just to get a little bit of a head start in our post-production process.
It is known for less post-production work because the colors are really good straight out of the cameras.
So you'll be able to churn off products or content very quick. Aside from that, let's move on to some of the lenses. As what we mentioned, the lenses are really sharp.
Yes, I agree with this.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but one of the things is that we encounter, even though they are sharp, they are not the fastest lens or autofocus lens out there.
Yeah, but in daytime, in daylight, it's still alright, it's still fine. But especially in low light, it's really hard to focus. Even if you turn on the face detection, the eye detection, it still keep moving in and out. So I find that a bit annoying.
A bit difficult to use, but it's fine if you're doing a daytime shoot.
Yes.
But we have to preface that when we shoot the clips, we have not yet installed the newest firmware update. For the XT-3, it's the firmware version 3, and then for the XT-30, it's the version V1.01.
So with the latest update, you should expect a faster autofocus.
So all this while we shot with 4K 60 FPS. Now, I know for the smaller bodies, they are usually prone to overheating issues, but we have none of that issues. Yeah. We are able to shoot and shoot non-stop.
Yeah, I was shooting straight out of my power bank. You can even power it with a power supply.
Exactly.
Another thing that we want to talk about is the mobile app for Fuji cameras. It is for transferring photos only, not for video, but it's a little slow. I find it a little slower than the
other
competitors. Yes.
So if you're a run and gun photographer, you might find this to slow your process down a little bit. Another thing is, although Fuji has one of the best ergonomics out there's a lot of buttons and dials, but
you can even customize them.
You can even customize them, most part of it. Yeah. But we find that some of the button placement, especially the ones at the back, is a bit more confusing because when we are shooting out there, because we came from other camera system, we couldn't find the play button.
Yes.
So that was a bit embarrassing.
Because there was no indication of the play button itself, so I had to take a few minutes to actually figure out where is the play button, because I was new to it, and then even though I know I can customize it, but I didn't bother to customize it. I want to use it as it is.
We press the center button and just jump us back to the main menu, which is a bit frustrating when you are shooting in the midst of shooting. But it's fine. It's a minor details that we have to deal with. But if you're used to it, you're used to the Fuji system, you should be fine with it.
So all in all, they are very good cameras with very nice colors, very beautiful colors. Even for photo itself, you can get good photos straight out of camera.
Not many people will shoot videos with the Fuji system. Not many people know that they can shoot proper production quality video with the Fuji system. So I hope that this video serves as an inspiration to those who are trying to shoot videos with their Fuji cameras, and don't stuck with the mentality that Fuji films are for photographers only. They are certainly a very capable machine for production work.
Yes, it just depends on what kind of production work that you are looking for. Like if you want to use it on a gimbal, then it's not so gimbal friendly, but if you are shooting anything else, like the type of lenses that you use, if it's light enough, it is actually very good for gimbal as well.
Alright, that's all for today. This is again Mervin and Rayson, and this is Black Tech Malaysia. So if you want to support us and help us to grow, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel Black Tech Malaysia. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. And again, this is Mervin and this is
Rayson.
I'll see you in the next one.